Hi guys, and welcome back to LPB Racing for the Cup Championship on GT Sport. This is round 2, race 1. We are in the Audi TT Cup car at Saint-Croix B. Getting ready for a start. Lights are going on. TY's on pole from Bidzster, Callum and Neil. All 5 lights on. And green, away we go. Good start for everyone. Oh, a lot of wheel spin from Bidzster there, but everyone else away well. Callum's got a good start in the middle. As we go towards the first corner, Callum in the lead there. Callum almost in the lead. TY up the inside, a few cars 3 wide as you go into turn 1. Everyone behaving themselves and not really going across the track. Contact between Task 1 and Neil there, but luckily everything okay as we head down into turn 2. Onto the brakes, everyone folds into the corner. Cyrex trying to go up the inside of Callum. Again, can't really tell the Team Black and Team Blue cars apart, but you can tell from the front, but you can't really tell from the back or the sides, which is still frustrating. But as you go down the hill, everyone cleanly through. A few cars close together in the background. Task 1 looks a bit out of shape. Neil Farmer could capitalise here. We've got Rodders going up the inside of Seat 1. Brave move. Oh, but Seat 1 just keeps the speed around the outside, and Neil gets a Task 1 as well. Don't forget we've got people running weight in this as well from the last race. So we've got Callum on full ballast and a few other people as well. So quite a few people with weight as we go down the hill. Everyone looking good here. Down the hill. Down this long radius right, very hard to get right. Bidzster really close to the wall there, and TY very close on the exit. Let's see how. Oh, Rudder's very sideways, and Twilight almost catches the back of him. Whoa, close stuff. Twilight loses speed. Mr. Slow One's getting past Jamo, so Jamo's been in the wars as well. And Jamo goes backwards as we all come down towards down the hill, down towards the hairpin, up the little rise. Bidzster going for the lead then. Bidzster going for the lead into the hairpin. Takes the lead from TY. But TY's fighting back on the outside. He's got the overrun. But can he carry the speed around the outside? He'll be brave to go side by side through here, but he's doing it. And he's just about going to make it stick as Bidzster has to fall back to second place. Good job there by TY. As we look back, there's Callum in 4th, Neil 5th, Task 1 6th, Seat 1 7th, Rodders 8th, Twilight running wide in 9th place. Whoa, really out of shape. Mr. Slow One's going to come up there for Team Orange. Jamo's going to go around the other side. Oh, it's like Michael Schumacher and Hakkinen and Zonta. But, Mr. Slow One gets tapped a bit there, but I think he's alright. Twilight might let him through. Yeah, I think he is. So, Twilight lets Mr. Slow One back through there as Callum goes through there in 4th. Cyrex in 5th. Again, the cars looking very similar from the side, and at the back you can't really tell them apart. Neil Farmack on the grass. Neil Farmack turning that well. The car's probably green because of the grass, but Task 1 goes through, and so does Seat 1 into the second turn there. And you can carry quite a lot of speed into this one. Get the power on quite early in this front-wheel drive Audi. As Bidzster and TY almost side by side for the lead. TY's got back past Bidzster there. So TY gets back ahead and defends into the bridge. Will Bidzster be able to capitalise here? Over the curb, gets a good run. Right behind TY now. You can see the light shine on the back of TY's car, and then he moves out to make the move. But he's on the wrong side, he's on the outside. TY's on the inside. Down towards the end of the bridge. Hit the brakes. Both on the anchors more or less at the same time, but Bidzster outbrakes him round the outside. Good move from Bidzster there. Round the outside, TY's a little lock up on the way in, but no harm done there. Well done to Bidzster. Cyrex and Callum following suit. Don't think the teammates, no, you can see the black on Cyrex's car there, so hopefully I'll get used to that. So there's TY and Bidzster darting around for the lead. Bidzster and TY side by side. Let's have a little look back, see what's happening. We've got Neil and Rodders running together, the 2 Team Green cars. But we'll go back to the leaders, TY and Bidzster. Bidzster on the inside, going into the inside, into the hairpin. Cyrex closes up. TY has to let Bidzster go there, but he might get a good run out. But now Bidzster uses all the track and stays ahead this time, so he's learned his lesson from last time round. As Task 1, Seat 1 come out there at the hairpin, so does Team Green. There they go, and Jamo in 9th place. Mr. Slow One and Twilight make contact in the background. Oh no, looks like it's a real war at the back. So Mr. Slow One into 10th place, Twilight down to 11th. As Bidzster is still ahead of TY into the last corner. About to start lap 3. Cyrex and Callum in hot pursuit, but don't look like they're going to be able to stay with the leaders. As we go across the line, TY still back behind. Fastest lap of the race for Bidzster then, 2:18.4. TY goes to the outside, hopefully to try and get the cut back. Bidzster goes to the inside again, not cutting that inside too much, which is good. Half a car on the white line is acceptable. Any more than that is a track limit. As we go down towards turn 2, side by side through turn 2, almost contact. Oh, close as you like. Into turn 3. TY locks up round the outside. Oh, and he's carrying the speed round as well. Oh, this will be a phenomenal move if we can pull this off, and he has done. Good job there by TY. Right round Bidzster. Good job there. Bidzster's going to try and attack down the inside again, just to try and poke his nose in there somehow. But he's got to watch out for Cyrex behind as well. Into the corner before the bridge. Up and over. Oh, Bidzster's run wide. Bidzster's run wide. Oh, just about misses the wall. But Cyrex says, thank you, I'll take that. And Callum now in hot pursuit of Bidzster as well. Cyrex moves past Bidzster after Bidzster made that little error, just ran a little bit wide. Just shows you one little mistake. As Task 1 and Seat 1, they're not teammates, even though they look like it from the back. But the black car of Task 1 there with the more black on it, that is Team Black. And his teammate Cyrex is getting passed up the inside by Bidzster again. Bidzster fighting back, not liking being passed. But Cyrex stays round the outside, stays with the speed, but Bidzster, this is where Bidzster's weight will not help him. As he folds back in. Go down towards the hairpin. Up the hill. Will Bidzster have a little look at the inside as a little dart as I think about it, just to make Cyrex have a move. TY locks up up front as Cyrex goes a bit wide. Bidzster goes side by side with Cyrex. Will he try and stick it around the outside? He'll be brave if he does. Just like TY did to him at first. As they go into this next section here, they're not... Yeah, Bidzster just gets ahead. Bidzster just makes the corner, gets ahead of Cyrex. And onto the grass, pushing like hell. So Bidzster ahead again as Task 1 and Seek 1 come through. Neil's ahead of his teammates, so Rodder's back down to 8th, and it might even be 9th at this rate because Jamo's got a good run. He's up the inside into the last corner. Almost contact under braking, as close as you like. And Jamo just about gets to place, but again, Rodder's not giving up at all. Still side by side as they come down the straight. Meanwhile, back with the leaders. TY ahead. Bidzster, Cyrex, Callum. Bit more spread out now. Task 1 and Seat 1 are definitely not spread though. They're still fighting each other. Team Blue versus Team Black. As Neil and Rodders in 7th and 8th. So Jamo is back down to 9th, but he's still looking for a way past Rodders here. Goes to look for the goes to the outside, to the inside for that corner, but he's on the outside for the next one. Jamo's car just goes in there, getting rid of a penalty that he probably accumulated earlier on in the race. So Jamo stays in 9th, Rodders stays in 8th place. Meanwhile, Mr. Slow One and Twilight having a good battle out for the last positions. So Lilian unfortunately not able to make this one again. So Twilight will be independent after this round if Lilian doesn't show up for the other 3. So it's Twilight versus Mr. Slow One. Bidzster's teammate fending him off for now, doing a good job. We're running a bit wide though, carrying a bit too much speed into there. He's got to get it stopped for the bridge and gets it round. Twilight's going to get a good run here, but side by side coming down towards the bridge, down towards the end of the bridge. And meanwhile, onto the back straight goes TY and Bidzster. They're still close. Cyrex and Callum are there. Task 1 and Seat 1, they're close together as well. Neil Farmax on his own in 7th, and Twilight tries to go around the outside of Mr. Slow One, but fails, and Mr. Slow One says, "Hi, thank you very much, I'll take that back." So Mr. Slow One stays in 10th position. Meanwhile, TY and Bidzster into the hairpin, onto the brakes. Oh, Bidzster's hit TY! Bidzster's hit TY! Oh no, it's happened again! Bidzster hits TY. Oh no, TY's recovering. He's got to wait for the 2 squabbling cars to come through there, and TY rejoins. Bidzster will be around here somewhere waiting for him. There he is. There's the orange car. So Bidzster hits TY off. So we'll get a replay on that. Okay, here's a replay of what happened between Bidzster and TY when Bidzster took TY off. So we're going down to this hairpin down here. So you can see Bidzster's close. He goes to have a think about it, and TY brakes early, and then Bidzster doesn't expect TY to brake that early. Hits the back of him. TY goes into the wall, and Bidzster just stays out the way of those next 2 cars, and then moves over, and then eventually lets TY back through. Okay, here's another look at that now from behind. on TY, so brakes. Bidzster doesn't see him brake that early, and then into the wall he goes, and then Bidzster slows up and waits for us. So there's Cyrex in the lead then, being gifted the lead by TY and Bidzster. Callum behind him. I can tell you they're not teammates, they look it from the back, but they're not. Could really do with Team Black changing that blue colour to a different colour to really try and to make it easier for people to spot who they are, really. I mean, you can tell from the front, but from the back you can't really tell the difference very much. So they could do with swapping that same blue out that Team Blue have, which is what Callum's car is. So if you look at Cyrex's car, yes, it's got some black trimmings around it, but again, it's that light blue doesn't help when you're flicking between shots, and also the black on that car doesn't help with the Team Blue. So basically, Team Black needs to keep it black, and Team Blue needs to keep it blue. As Seat 1 in third place there with Task 1 behind. So it's a Team Blue-Black mix at the front. TY's in 5th, Neil in 6th, Bidzster's back down to 7th after taking TY off earlier. Jamo in 8th, Rodders back in 9th now, so Jamo's ahead of Rodders. As Twilight now is ahead of Mr. Slow One. Twilight moves ahead of Mr. Slow. So Mr. Slow back down to 11th place, but still right behind him, still in the fight, not going to give up until the flag. As we go into the S's, Mr. Slow with a bit of a better line through there, Twilight a bit wide. As we go into the corner before the bridge, very easy to get wrong. Mr. Slow One gets a decent run though. It just goes a bit wide onto the grass and just loses that speed. But I'm sure he'll be back on him in a few corners' time. As TY there goes around there in 5th. We've got a good battle here between Jamo and... Oh, Jamo's passed Neil. Neil's made some sort of an error there. Don't know whether he made a mistake himself or he's just got hit. We'll get a replay. As we go back to Task 1 in 3rd. Callum and Cyrex for the lead then, side by side. Team Black on the inside, Team Blue on the outside. I think that's which way around it is anyway. As we go into the corner, Cyrex, where's Cyrex? There he is. He's mowing the lawn as he tries to get ahead of Callum. But Callum's going to try and keep it around the outside, but no, can't do it. Folds in and decides to try another day. There goes Task 1 in 3rd. TY's past Seek now into 4th, so TY back on a charge into 4th place. After getting hit by that man, Bidzster, who's into the wall there. Oh, Bidzster really trying to overdrive that car. Either that or he's annoyed at taking TY out from earlier. So, Bidzster, running wide again, tapping the wall. So again, Bidzster not on form in this race at all, not what we'd expect from the reigning champion. But never mind, as we go into turn 1, Cyrex and Callum there. Into turn 1, Task 1 followed by Neil, followed by TY and Seek, sorry. As then we've got Bidzster, Jamo in 7th, Neil and Rodders, Team Green 8th and 9th. As we look at TY now, putting a move on Task. Trying to have a move on Task. Task not giving him any room whatsoever. No racing room at all. As TY tries to keep it around the outside, Seek tries to take advantage as well. As we come down this hill. And the hill we go, side by side for TY and Seek. Seek has to fold in. TY tries to follow Task through. Will he ever go into the bridge, or he'll probably have to wait till after the bridge now. Try and get a decent run out, try and get in the draft. As everyone drafts each other now down towards the end of the straight. Cyrex and Callum at the front then, they've still got weight on from the previous race. TY and Bidzster didn't have any weight, but then they've not helped each other. As TY now up the inside of Task, but lets him go. Task tries to keep it around the outside and does so. Good job there by Task. As Seek now has a look to pass TY. TY has to go onto the defence again. So he's going to defend and attack at the same time. Black and blue in front, black and blue at the rear. Everything all over the place. Meanwhile, Cyrex and Callum coming down the hill now towards the hairpin. The two leaders coming down towards the hairpin for the last time. Side by side, Callum's on the outside. Will he try and outbrake him around the outside? He's going to get a good damn go as he goes into there, try and get a decent run out and get the inside for the next corner. Is he going to do it? He's on the inside. Cyrex needs to keep his foot in it. Good. Oh, it's close. It's still close. Still side by side for the lead. Incredible stuff. but Cyrex just about hangs on as they come down towards the last corner now. Cyrex into that corner. TY's got third past Seek. Bidzster gets past Task 1 as well. But as we go down towards the last corner, Cyrex into the last corner. Callum needs to get a killer run out of here in order to get a good run on Cyrex, but I don't think it's going to happen. I think Cyrex is just about going to get it. It's coming up to the line. It's going to be close. Cyrex wins from Callum. Good job by Cyrex. TY in third, Seek 1 fourth, Bidzster fifth, Task 1 in sixth position, Jamo 7th, Neil Farmer in 8th, Rodders 9th. Close stuff between Neil and Jamo at the line as well. Rodders in 9th, Mr. Slow One in 10th place. There he is, they were just pausing it just in case they were all crossing the line quite close together. Mr. Slow One there in 10th and Twilight in 11th position. So that's the race, guys. So we'll see you guys next time for race 2. Take care.